We are on Friday, this January 14th, and we are live. Welcome to Friday's edition of Going Live. I promise to go live every day, talking about money and mega goals and thinking into results. And we are going to do that. We are going to talk about goals and money and self image. And if you have not met me before, my name is Kamal. I am a student and teacher of the law of attraction. I'm going to talk about mega goals and self image and where is the money? Where is the money going? Where did it go? Mega goals. What I'm going to share with you has to do with your self image, has to do with environment is our looking glass. What does that even mean? So, I want to talk about mega goals. Your mind is after something, and you are after something right now. Now, have you set your mind on this target? It's the beginning of the year, January 14th, and we are following something. You are on track to achieve something. Your mind has to be set to a big enough goals, and I call it a mega goal. I call it a mega goal because it needs to be large. It needs to be much more than what you currently make, much more than you've ever made. It's for you to actually be interested and wanting to be around it. Why you should be actually doing it. So mega goals. So what we do in thinking into results, what I'm going to share with you how we study this self-image, how we study these mega goals and start achieving the results. There's one line that we use, and it's known as environment is but our looking glass. Environment is our looking glass. What does that mean? So you set a goal and you start writing it, you start thinking it, you start rewriting it, you start rethinking it again and again. These are important steps. With every lesson that we teach in thinking into results, it will teach you how to set that goal and you rewrite it, rethink it, redo it every day. These are very important steps to get you to solidify what you want. If you're looking for money, if you're looking for something to achieve on mega goals on this year, this is for you. So I want you to do the exercise in the lessons. So for those who are students of the subject, and if you're not, you should be to help you really achieve your results. Thinking into results is a goal achieving system. If you have a money goal, this is for you. If you have a goal that you've never done, this is going to get your mindset straight to get you to achieve it. So we do the exercise, and then it's a pen. You take the pen and you write down what is your goal, and you have to be exact. In the book Think and Grow Rich, which we teach, it has the fundamentals for the laws of success. You have to be very exact about the amount of money that you want. You can look it up in here and read it. You have to be exact on the amount of money you want. It's in the desire chapter. How much do you really want? It'll be very definite. It's one of the steps. There's 6 steps for your desire, and one of them be very exact. Exactly how much by one. So you need a date. You need to be definite and by one. But in the lesson in goal setting and self image and thinking into results, we take you through a scenario where you have to start questioning your beliefs on this. Are you going to achieve it? Are you going to do it? Why are you thinking you're not going to get it? What's it going to take for you to get it? So the exercises and the lessons are very important. Now, they're not hard. You'll watch the video 15, 20 minutes, and then you will start overcoming these limitations that are holding you back because you've been trying. It's not like you don't want money. Everybody wants mega money. Everybody wants mega goals. Nobody wants to build a small house. Everybody wants a big house. They just build what they know. And right now, you are doing what you know. Right now, you are only doing what you know. You're achieving the results because that's what you know how to do. If you can do much bigger, you would have been doing it already. If you can double your results, you would have done it already. So, what is it that you want? What is it that you really want, right? Money talk. Let's talk. So, money talk. So, let's share this room and see what we can do. Okay. So, when you rethink, you are actually relearning, reworking yourself, refiguring out what are you doing. Welcome, Will Mansour. I was about to call you today, and I'm glad you joined. I'm talking about mega goals and money. So, I'm going to call you actually this afternoon, Will. So, thank you for joining. So you rethink the thought, you rethink the goal every day. You write it, you think it, you write it, you think it, you write it, you think it. And what happens when that's going on? You're retelling yourself that that's what you want. You recalibrate your mind on your goal. Your mind is an autonomous machine. You're like on automatic control. In the book Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, you set your mind to something and it goes finding it for you. It's like automatic, autonomous targeting system. But you have to implant that seed, that idea into your mind. So Will, for example, would say, I'm going to buy $1 million home. He convinces himself, I'm going to do that this week. Now, if he's not convinced it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. You got to convince yourself that you're going to do it. You might not have done it before, but you got to convince yourself and believe that you can do it. So with mega goals and money, it starts with the idea in your mind. Environment is but our looking glass. Are you really on it? So you think it, and you think it, and you rewrite it, and you redo it, and you plan it, and you start moving in this direction every day. You rewrite the goal. I'm sharing with you uh, lesson 5 in our thinking into results, how we change our self-image so we can start having mega goals, so we can start having results that are real. Right now, your results are only there because that's what you know. Don't you want them to grow up? Don't you want them to become in the mega style? So, what sort of person do you need to be to achieve these results? What sort of person you have to become, right? How are you going to grow up? What do you need to be? What kind of action you have to make? How many years is going to take you? So, with me learning with Bob Proctor and Laura Langmeyer and some of the elite people, we learn the art and science of goal achieving. We learn it to the science. We learn to shift our paradigms to think big. $1 million looks small right now. It's really not a lot. When the home beside me is 1.2 million, when this house is, 890, 900,000, $1 million is not that far. But to you, it might be too far. To some of you, maybe not. So, what sort of person you need to be to achieve that goal, the mega goal that you have? What are you willing to do? Okay. So, self image is a big block for so many. And that's my lesson today, briefly on lunchtime. And at night at 8 p.m., I'm going to have another lesson, a full 2 hours on self image. I'm going to speak from the beginning to the end as to why self image is critical for your success. You have to align your image to who you want to be. Now, I didn't come up with this. Maxwell Maltz from Psycho-Cybernetics, he came up with this back in the 50s. He was a surgeon. He realized that when he removed an imperfection from somebody's face or body, their personality changes. Their outlook on life changes. They become that different person. So he's like, physical thing he removes, it changes their mind. So he went on to research this subject, and he started studying the mind. Self-image right now is your mental block. If you have not sold $1 million home, it's probably because you haven't believed that you can do it. If you have not made $1 million, or if you find it too big, it's because you don't believe you can do it. Well, we can teach you how to believe in yourself so you can do it. We can teach you to overcome that limitation. The book Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell is phenomenal. We study that on Monday nights and as a group. And as a group, it's a whole different conversation. The self-image is the key to human personality and behavior. And what am I talking about? Self-image. So I'm talking about, what do you tell yourself all the time and what's coming on the outside? Do you believe that you could have two different people? You know, how you show up in the world, how you show up in the office, how you show up when you present. But when you're at home, what are you telling yourself? When you look in that mirror, do you feel big? Do you feel strong? Do you feel powerful? Or are you that little person with the trickster in your mind running around driving you nuts? Would you like to learn to stop it? Would you like to learn to tell that trickster to go away for good? I want you to take control of your thinking. I want you to know that this year, 2022, could be the best year for you ever if you make up your mind and get on with it. Thinking into results has the power to change your life for the better. Now, I'm studying this with Laura Langmeyer and Bob Proctor. Both were in the movie, the hit movie, The Secret. 500 million, yeah, half a billion people have watched it, maybe more right now. It's even on Netflix. Even Netflix has it. You can watch it for free. So you change your self-image and you become that different person. And you can do that. Take control of your thinking, your perception. Even what I'm saying right now, John or Will or Dan could have a different view on it based on your personality, based on your thinking. Even if I say $1 million, does that get you uncomfortable? Or do you feel that's not a lot of money for you? Because if you make $10 million, a million is not a lot. But if you make pennies, 10,000, a million is a lot. So where do you want to go? I want you to change your perception on money. I want this year to be your year where you make 100,000, 200, 500. What's your number? We're going to set the goal. We're going to reprogram your subconscious mind to go there and do that auto suggestion from Think and Grow Rich. That chapter in Think and Grow Rich that we're going to be studying is a phenomenal chapter. It is an incredible way. Your creative imagination does not work in negative situations. Are you staying away from negative people? There's so many negative rooms here on Clubhouse. There's so many negative rooms on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. news. You got to stay away from the negative. That does not help your goal. That does not help you. I want you to flip your perception around. I want you to start using your intellectual factors to overcome these obstacles and limitations that you have. The opportunity is in front of your eyes. The real estate, the market, the digital currency is all here. We all missed so many opportunities with IBM, Apple, Tesla, and everybody. And now there's a whole other opportunity. You say, Kamal, am I missing it again? You are missing it. I want you to become more aware with this information. I want you to start learning with me this thinking into results. It's incredible how it shifts your thinking to set a bigger goal and go on and achieve it and believe that you can before it happens. You actually write it down on a piece of paper, put it in your pocket. And every time you touch it, you tell your mind, that's what I want. Is that cute or what? Is that cool or what? Now, 3 out of these 4 goals that I have on my card have came to life in 8 months. Would you like that to happen to you? Would you like to have a dream come to life? See it in front of your eyes. And to do that, you have to control your mind. You have to control your thinking. And you want you to observe what you're telling yourself. That trickster in your mind, that little thing that keeps telling you, you need to tell it to shut up. You need to tell it to stop it. Because it's driving you nuts and it's driving your results nuts. You're not achieving results today because of that trickster. Well, I want you to start achieving results. I want you to change your outlook on you so you can have a much better belief. We all heard it from the law of attraction, law of vibration. We become what we think about. Are you? Are you believing it? Are you studying it? Do you really do it? Do you go through the exercise? Do you study the works of the greats from Napoleon Hill, Bob Proctor, and the likes? Who are you learning from? When are you going to let go of the limitation and move? And now I can help you with that. Now, why me? You can do it with anybody. Because I figured out what Bob has figured out. And Bob is teaching me every week, every week, every week. And you can have it. What if you start making 100,000 a week? Can you imagine? Can you imagine then if you start making 100,000 a week? 1 sale a day? Or do you get scared? Do you get fluffy? Some people are doing it. All you have to think, some people are doing it. And so can you. By taking action and moving and joining a mastermind, joining a group, joining a coaching team that is the #1 in the world. Mega goals. I want you to become magnetic to it. I want you to start really having what you want. You're not limited by anything. You give yourself an image and you focus on it. You're there right now. You're holding yourself back. So that's what it is. What is your goal this year? Did you double it from last year? Or are you scared? Or are you not worried? Or did you give up on the resolution already? So there's a cycle. There's a pictorial fulfilling cycle, a prophecy that your mind goes through. So your beliefs, your actions, your behavior, you're going to create another set of reactions. And we teach you that in Thinking into Results. I cannot go through all of it right here. It's a couple lessons in the material. And my invite to you in Thinking into Results is to really explore what Bob Proctor has done, him and Sandy Gallagher, to see what's it like to change your belief about yourself, about your capability today, that you can sell $1 million home, that you can sell 1 million items, that you can sell 1,000 items, whatever is your number, and influence your actions towards others. That's going to affect your results. And then you go back at it again. Every day you get better. Every day you get better. Your confidence is going to grow. Now, if you'd like that, if you'd like to know more, I would like you to reach out. I would like you to hit me back in the back message or an email or a text or anything. Say, Kamal, I like what you're talking about. This stuff is good, man. If you're not getting the results that you want in whatever business you're in, something is wrong. It's not by working hard. I know you're trying. I know you're sweating. You are trying. Is it working? If it is, I'd like to know. And if it's not, let's talk. I want to build your confidence because you can do it. You can tell yourself, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And we can help you get there. We have to build a goal and start giving your mind a command and following it. And the money is going to come. If it is money that you want, it could be you want a relationship. It could be you want a house. I don't know what you want. Your self-image is constantly developing. And tonight at 8 p.m., I'm going to have another talk on Clubhouse. And maybe I'll go live as well. I'll do that. I wasn't going to go live, but I'll go live as well. I'll do Clubhouse and live. because you've been programmed deeply with these limitations that have stopped you from taking action. Some of you are so scared. You don't even spend $10 on yourself, for God's sakes. I don't know how you even do it. Why not? Spend it on you. Start feeling good. You want to make $1 million? I want you to feel like $1 million. Because if you don't feel it and become it, it's not going to happen. So you want the money, you want the mega life, you have to become it before it happens. We become what we think about. You hear it so many times in any room, any clubhouse room, any book on the law of attraction. But are you doing it? Why is the paradigm holding you back? It's because you have a poor self-image of yourself. Now, would you like to change this image so you can become that executive, that entrepreneur that moves with a purpose and have a 10, 20 people following you and you're training your team? There's an image of perfection inside of you waiting to come out, but you hold yourself back. So if this sounds like something you want to learn more about, if this sounds like you're marginally interested, say so. Send something. Say, I only work with interested people. On my client group, I love them all because they are interested, they're studying, and they're getting better, and they get results. So you have to be like interested and committed for you to work with me. I don't take everybody. You might think I take everybody. I don't, because I only work with committed people. Those who really want to make it this year. Now I'm looking for another group, another cohort to start with me. I have a goal this quarter, these next 3 months. This month, I have a goal. This week, I have a goal. I haven't hit my goal this week. I still have 2 days and a half a day today. Are you going to fulfill that goal? Are you going to be part of the individual that are going to change your life and jump on board and move your life? We can talk about goals all we want. Every one of you should have a goal. And if you don't, why not? So, and I'd like you to be part of this new cohort that's going to study thinking into results. It's an opportunity for you to change your life, your family's life, your company's life, your team. I'd love for you to have it. So with that, we've got Will Mansour. I believe it's Will Mansour. Beautiful name. Sounds like we can speak in Arabic. I'm Lebanese, Will. We've got John.
How you doing, buddy? Yeah, no, my dad's Jordanian, so I was born and raised in Belfast in Canada, so between the two. But yeah, thanks. Appreciate that.
That's so good. Nice to meet you, Will. I wrote your name down and your number. I'll be giving you a call later today. And we've got John. John Bell is another friend of mine here, and he's also like me. We have this thing where we like Napoleon Hill's work. We like Think and Grow Rich, and he's just phenomenal. John, welcome.
Hey, how you doing? Good morning. Kamal, yeah, I love what you're saying. And I just wanted to add one thing about Maxwell Maltz, psycho-cybernetics. So think about what he was saying. Kamal was saying how the surgeon improved the complexion and the face features of this woman, but she had a self-image of herself that was negative and that was based on the old look. So when she looked in the mirror, she was so deeply rooted in that negative vision of herself, she couldn't get to where her reality was. So if you really think about that a moment, you think about it's not just being influenced by the positive. It's about unbuckling from the negative. So there was a story about an actor who was rather young. His name was Andy Griffith. And he was a young actor who was in his first movie, or maybe it was TV. And he was having difficulty with his lines. And the director could tell there was something wrong. So he takes him over, pulls him to the side, and he says, Andy, you have a script here. He says, when you read the lines, you have to get into the emotion. And he says, you have to go through this with confidence and with belief, as if it's natural and second nature. And he said, and when you do that, the camera over there will be recording it. So this really is our lives, guys, that no matter what you're harboring, positive or negative, it'll get revealed. Mostly in every cell in your body, but it's going to get revealed in your face, the way you talk to people. There might be hesitancy on your part, only a microsecond or whatever. Why is that? It's because we're not having a deep belief about what we're doing or what we're trying to achieve. So then if you flip it around, when you become the master of your mind and your emotions, then you're the conductor. you're waving your hands to the symphony. The violins are queuing up on the right timing. An orchestra is a great thing to study because this is what life is. There's all these different parts and moving parts. But someone's got to lead you to that new goal or that new dream or that new achievement. And you know what? All of your dreams and achievement are waiting to be achieved. They're not judging you. They're not saying you can't possibly do this. They're not like a mother-in-law or a friend or a negative Nancy trying to tell you that you're not good enough or you're not worthy. So I think that me, where I come from, I was a victim of a lot of these circumstances, and I was letting negativity basically drive the ship of my dreams, but it wasn't going in the right direction. So, Kamal, I hope that helps a little bit to add to the party, but I think it's all about positivity and never, ever harboring anything negative in your life. I'll end it there. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you, John. Thanks for adding that. It is about positivity. It's about taking action. It's about changing how you think of yourself. And I love how you know the book, Psycho-Cybernetics, and you illustrated the story much better than me. I love it. Thank you for that. And I just want everybody to realize how important it is to start really going for it and stop holding yourself back. We're doing it in so many different ways, but we're not taking enough action. We're not setting big enough goals. And you're holding yourself back. And I want to help you change. I want this year, not next year, this year. You know, if you set a goal and you say 6 months from now, I'm going to do this, you're kidding yourself. You're procrastinating. We have the material to help you this month, this week. What is your goal? If you want to learn how to sell, talk to me. If you need a website, talk to me. Dan is right here. What are you holding yourself back on? What are these limitations? So we bring all these different rooms and different topics, and amazing gentlemen like John and Dan come in. I want everybody that's listening to start taking action, start moving. Even if you don't have a product, come and talk to me. I can help you get a product. Let's get you to start making money, wherever you are in the world. You know, so many are trying and they're failing and trying. You know what? It's time to change that. Time to boom. I'm going to read you this line from this book, and then I'm going to ask Dan to speak. Dan Monahan is a good friend of mine from Canada. He's the one who helped me with my website, the one I put the link there. I didn't have a website. Check this story out before I go into that other story. This lady, she goes, well, how can I become your client? You don't even have a website. I said, you know what? Nobody ever asked me that. I had 7 coaching clients, 6 months coaching. They come and I teach them for 6 months, 1 hour a week, and I love it. You know, there's 12 of them now, but it was 7 at the time. So I said, well, I don't need a website. I have 7 clients that never asked this question. She goes, but I need a website. I said, all right. If I get a website, did you become a client? She goes, yep. So I called my friend Dan Monahan, who's here on stage, and he whipped this website for me. Now we're going to change it, of course. I'm going to upgrade it. But in a matter of days, Dan fixed the website. By Monday, Tuesday, I called her up, this lady, and she goes, okay, I'm in. And now she's a private client. So you got to get into action. And I don't know how we got to that story, or maybe because of Dan, but my website is here. If this is resonating with you, I would like you to put your name in their box and see what I've got to help you, or your team, or somebody that you know that's struggling. And this talk of money and self-image is so critical for you. Tony Robbins said something else about this book as well, Psycho-Cybernetics. He said, before the mind can work efficiently, we must develop our perception of the outcomes we expect to reach. So you set a goal this year to lose weight, make money, move your business. But did you change your perception? Do you even know what that means? Perception is a higher mental faculty. We study that in Thinking into Results. We study that in Think and Grow Rich. But good luck finding it by yourself. Good luck going through it. You need something that somebody's got. And that's what we have. You see, Maxwell Maltz, the Psycho-Cybernetics author, he said the mind has a defined target. It can focus and direct and refocus and redirect until it reaches its intended goal. So I'm going to help you with your mind, with your marvelous mind, to set that goal and permanently implant it in your subconscious mind, the universal mind. The universal mind is connected to infinite intelligence. And then it's going to go working for you without you doing anything. You just have to tell yourself, I can do it. I can do it. And your subconscious mind is going to accept it because you want this thing and you're going to get emotionally engaged with it. Does that sound crazy or what? You tell yourself, I'm going to make $1 million, and you accept that you're going to make it. You believe that you can make it. You start taking action, and your mind is going to bring the right people in your life to help you do it. Now, let me tell you what. It's working for me. Since I changed my mind on my goals and I learned how to set goals like Bob Proctor, everything's changing. The people that show up in my life, the wealth that I have, the happiness, the awareness is incredible. You can have it too. And you can learn how to do that. Find a goal, set your mind to it, and plant it firmly in your mind, and it's going to happen. You got to take action. It's not a wish and hope. This is not wishing and hoping. Take the action. Will, go ahead. What's your thought?
Yeah, just wanted to chime in on that, Kamal. One of the things that we do with the group that I mentor, there's over 80 of them. We have a goal setting workshop every year in November, just to gear up for the following year. I mean, you don't need to have it in November. You can have it any time of the year. And this isn't New Year's Day we're talking about. But one of the things that really helps our group is the plan. A lot of people, what they do is they have these goals, but they have no roadmap to get to where they want to be and no accountability to get to that end stage. So what we do with our people is, and I'm going to give you a little hack here that I've done for years, and people listening, is not only do I come up with my top three to personal development goals, top three thing goals, top three financial goals, I also develop a roadmap and a plan to achieve those goals. And I also, when I write that plan down, I record it and listen to it in my smartphone every day. Those 9 goals that I have per year. And that, for me, is not only a reminder, but I also send them to my accountability partners so they know what my goals are and I know what theirs are. So that when we meet once a month to discuss our goals and where we're at and how far we've come along, we can either kick each other's asses and or praise each other and see where we're going. And that all ties into what you're saying with what you believe becomes your reality. If you got negativity around you, fire it, get rid of it, whether it's people, places, or things. Get it out of your life. Stop watching the news. Stop surrounding yourself with negativity, and positivity is the key and the things that are going to help you achieve those goals that you have written down and listen to every day. I'm Will, and I'm done speaking.
I love it. So good, Will. Accountability is so key. A coach, a mentor, a supervisor, a manager, as soon as you put accountability, the stakes go up. And if you don't have it, you ought to get it. If you really want to achieve your goals this year, get accountability. Get on a mastermind. Get somebody to look over your shoulder. What the heck are you doing? Are you on the right track?
I think I'll just for a second, one thing I'll tell you too is a lot of people have a really hard time with commitment. And yeah, it's great. I went to the goal setting workshop. I did all this stuff, but am I really committed? And if you're not committed, that means you have resistance in you that is resisting you from committing, if that makes sense. So the more resistance you have, the harder it's going to be to achieve and believe that you're going to achieve. So then you got to really take a step backward and you got to find out why are you resisting and what is making you resist so you can move forward.
I love that. So good. So good. I love it, that Will. And thank you for that share. And thanks for sharing the hack with everybody. This is coming from experience. He's got 80 people working for him. He's in real estate, I believe. And I would love to have a conversation to see how we can help the team, really have that goal, start doing what they're doing. You give your mind a command and you start following it, because that's the key, the knowing doing gap. You have agents working for you. Are they doing what they know how to do? Why is it that Joe does very well, but Susie does not? They have the same information. They have access to the MLS. They have access to everything, the same training. But somebody does millions, somebody does thousands. How is that even possible? Something we call the knowing doing gap. Something about their beliefs that we need to help them overcome. And I'd be more than happy to discuss with you, Will. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it really all comes down to resistance. Like, what are every resistance? I talked about this last night. I think Dan was in the room. He was moderating after Jeff left in the mindset room, and I said, resistance lives within us. Nothing external affects your internal resistance, and what your resistance is different from mine. But what's resisting you from following through? Why does the other guy or gal who has access to everything that you have follows through, yet you resist following through, right? And that's where I tend to focus my mentor conversations with my mentees is, why aren't you doing this as their accountability partner? And what is in your life that's causing resistance inside of you to prevent you from taking action? Are you allergic to the phone? Are you allergic to face-to-face conversations? Are you a millennial and would love texting over having it? Well, at some point, our business is a full contact sport. It's real estate, it's people, it's relationships. So if you have allergic reactions to those types of things, maybe you're in the wrong business, and that's why you're resisting so much, right? So, I mean, I could go deep and deeper in this, but we can talk offline about that more, Kamal. I really look forward to it. Thanks, guys.
I love that. So good. And yeah, we definitely can talk. And it's beautiful. It is resistance. It is beliefs. It is limiting. It is limitations. And everybody comes from a different background, different skill set, different things that happen. And it's not your fault or your parents' fault. They did the best they could. And the key is, let's all grow up this year. Let's not wait another year. Let's make 2022 the best year for you ever. Let's get you to unleash your potential, unstoppable transformation. I want you to have the best year ever. If you come to my community, if you come to join with me, thinking into results, I promise you, you will have better results. You will feel better. You're going to be healthier, happier, and wealthier. And that's the best thing. You're going to be more aware. You're going to be armed with what it takes, because you're not just getting it from me. You're going to get my stuff. You're going to get Bob Proctor stuff, Laura Langmeyer. They're all training me. And I just love it. It's so good. You, your team, and everybody's invited to see what we've got. I mean, I'm looking forward to every one of you that will join. Some of you are my clients here, and I love it, But I want you to really get this year to be the one. If you want to know what Bob knows, I've got it. If you want to know what Laura knows, I've got it. And I'm sharing it with you. So what's his limitation? What's going on? Dan, the man, are you with us? How are you doing today? And what's your mindset like, Dan? Would you like to share with us mega goals? How you doing, buddy?
My mindset's like I just finished the mastermind. I just came because of our conversation in backchat. But this is I'm grateful that I did. Well, dropping gems like you did last night too. Appreciate you. And John, it's good to hear from you too. It's the first time I've heard your voice. I just finished. So has anybody here read Thinking Over Rich? I mean, I know obviously you have them all. If anybody hasn't, then definitely that's a book you should read. Today I ended at the top of the 10 major causes for failure in leadership. Right? There are reasons why people don't succeed. It really just comes down to simple science in life. There's also the same thing as how you get to riches too. It's really so simple, right? As a winner, once you make a decision, never quits. You keep going, no matter what. You commit to the thing you said you're going to do, right? And so many people, they don't, because there's shiny object syndrome. But this Sally, I got to do this. So when I told 3 people I was going to be there at the same time, how does that work? Right? Where's your focus? Right? And then you actually committed to the thing you said you were going to do. And if you look inside yourself, right, when you want to achieve your goal, you commit to your major definite purpose, or achieving the thing that you want: better sales, more customers, better retention, right? What is that? It's relationships. Right? You have the courage to try something new, and do you have the humility to admit you don't know the answer? Some people are like, "Oh yeah, no, I know this. I got this." They're not coachable. They really don't. To answer your question, why do some people do thousands of dollars in sales in a year and other people do millions with the same information? The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is, at least in my humble opinion, really simple. It's that the person that does the $1 million, first off, has belief in themselves that they can. And then they set that goal. They spoke it. Because your words, ladies and gentlemen, have power. Everything you say, everything you write down. Are you writing it down? If you're not, write it down. It has power when you put pen to paper. right? Because then it's like, oh, well, okay, then I'm going to do this. And your mind now knows what you're doing because you wrote it down. And then if you can believe what you wrote down and you do that, you take the actions to get there, right? But then the thing is that you need to learn new skills, right? So asking yourself those tough questions. What do you need to learn? Or who do you need to go to for help? But the idea of having a mentor, everybody in the world, changed with Clubhouse. With this ability to access to the information, right? If you can get around people that are doing or have the life that you want to live, people like Kamal, who will coach you and help you to hold you accountable to doing those things, right? If you show up, right? If you commit to that, so you can get there because you can get around people that have already done the thing that you want, like how Kamal got to where he was. He got mentored by Bob. He still is alive.
Yeah.
With them, right? Sorry, what?
I said, yeah, I do. I see him every week. We have 3 sessions with him, with his elite trainers, and at least one from him in the master class, which is just phenomenal. His life achievement, he's given it to us, and like, oh my God, love it.
Right, yeah, sorry, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yes, I said that, so there we go. He's still, anyways, that was my point. So, because now Kamal got around Bob Proctor. You guys don't know who Bob Proctor is? Go to YouTube, punch it in. His name in, you'll get amazing content. He's read Think You Were Rich every day for his entire life, 30 plus years or something. He still reads the book every day, right? Because it really comes down to simple principles. But they're so hard though, because they tell you, or you have to look in the mirror, and you have to admit that you don't have all the answers, and you answer those questions to yourself. You have to, right? What are you doing? What shouldn't you be doing that you are? Anyways, been going on for a while.
That's okay. Thank you, brother. That was so sweet and so nice. Dan is incredible. He also a fellow Think and Grow Rich reader. And we're doing a few things together. If you need any website or anything, reach out to Dan. He's got the HBA funnel. It's wonderful. He's doing his job for me. And like I told you that story. So make sure you connect with Will, John, Dan, and everybody that comes to stage. And all of you in the audience, you're welcome to come up. And I mean, Dan did mention it. I did put the link for the Think and Grow Rich Club. This is a small book club that we're doing where we study together on Saturday mornings. So you're welcome to join it at the $15 a month. Trust me, the price is moving to $97. We already decided, gave it to the CRM guy. The new system is going to start next week. So this will be one of the last few times where you see it at $15. It's going to go move to $97 a month. And it's going to be a different kind of way. So jump on while you can. You've been in the room many times. So don't hold yourself back. I know some of you already did. Jose and Fritz and Jason, love to see you back there. It's phenomenal to study the works of Napoleon Hill for $15 with me for the next 4 months. Just imagine that, because in a week it's going to be $97 a month, and then in 6 months, 12 months, it's going to be $997. So what are you waiting for? I want you to remove the limitations. I'm encouraging you to take the action. You are too scared to spend money. I want to teach you how to spend money on you. I want to teach your teams to spend money on themselves so they feel better. Bring them on. Give me that challenge. You have a team that's not functioning, I can teach them how to sell. You want them to learn how to sell? Here's how we do it. I'm going to show you. Watch what's going to happen now. Watch this link that I'm going to drop to you. Where is it? It's right here. We are taking everything that Bob is teaching me, and I'm going to share it with every one of you. Now, some of you cannot reach Bob. For whatever reason, you decided he's too crazy, too fancy, too old, too expensive. But you know what? Through me, he's not expensive. Through me, you can learn everything that Bob knows. So why not jump on this wagon and get busy making money? Get busy making mega money. If your sales team is not functioning, I can help them. I've doubled my results in the last 3 years. My whole team, 1.5 times, even during COVID. What are you waiting for? So I put the link here for a sales training that we're doing once a week. I can only ask you so many times. You have to be wanting more, your mega goal. And come and learn mindset selling. I call it One Sale a Day Club. Imagine your life. What's it going to be like when you start having a client a day, a sale a day, a sale a week? What's going to happen? I mean, oh my God, can you go there? But you're holding yourself back. You don't accept reality. You think it's just a myth. It's not a myth. Money is here and is waiting. is waiting for you to have. So jump on. We're meeting once a week, talking mindset. Bob is teaching us 30 minutes of selling from Bob Proctor, the king of law of attraction. Imagine that. It cost me $3,000. I'm giving it to you for 97. And you still hesitate. You still don't jump. I don't know what you wait for. I don't know how you're going to make a fortune. I hear so many of you, and I'm being a little bit on the edge here. I want to make $1 million, but you haven't spent $100 of training. Are you kidding me? Let's get real. We need to grow up and get some responsibility. If you want to make $1 million, I'm happy for you, but I want you to get trained from the best. From the best. John, what do you think? I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. I just wanted to add one thing that's, I think, very powerful. It was sort of a light bulb that went off for me, but the saying goes basically like this. If you want to achieve something you've never achieved, you got to do things you've never done.
So true. So true.
And so what ends up happening with us is that we get mired in our habits. And I have to say, too, that the body, kind of acting as a subconscious in a way, is very stubborn, right? So it won't just take one instruction mildly placed. It won't take one instruction that's a whisper. It won't take one instruction that's just a louder word. The body and the subconscious mind will finally respond when it gets yelled at. It may sound stupid or adolescent, but it's true. And the reason is it's hard to break bad habits. So good habits you need to nurture. And every time you're doing a good habit that's in alignment with these goals, you need to congratulate yourself and reward yourself. Not anything external, but just with the internal confidence that as you build these building blocks into your thought process, and as you start achieving higher and higher results, great things happen. I'll leave you with this one quick story. I sold a property in Coronado, over $13 million. I was in a struggle with my father-in-law about how to present it to the buyer. He wanted to forward think all of the ways it could be used. And I said, that's a mistake because we don't know what's in his mind. We don't know what he's thinking. We don't know what he's breathing. We don't know. He may want it for a family member. He may want to have a philanthropic use. So I fought him tooth and nail, and I said, just let him discover it all on his own. Let's go into this house. Let's have smiles. Let's have good vibration. Let's have good energy, and let's just see what happens. So he goes through the house. We're not saying much. I'm looking at him, my father-in-law. He's looking at me. We're kind of smiling. We're getting all kinds of green lights, all kinds of signals, all kinds of yes, confirmation, right? So then we're walking out of the house. We didn't say a word. He turns to both of us. He turns to us and he says, gee, I hope we can find a use for this house. The very next morning, he had a breakfast with a Navy SEAL who said, I'm looking for a house. I have a great use and purpose. It's philanthropic. We ended up doing 3 months of due diligence, and we closed in, I think, 2 weeks, all cash. So it's a powerful story because you have to get out of the way of what other people's thoughts or intentions are. Get out of the way of your own misgivings and negativity. Get out of the way of the discovery of the person that wants to give you and sign the contract for that size of a piece of real estate. So I'll land it there. Thank you.
I love it. Get out of your own way. That's so good. So good. Congratulations, John. And it's amazing how when you hold that thought, you get your own way. And unless you've studied the material, I mean, I know who has and who has not. And that's why it resonated with John. You would not have made that deal. And congratulations. And we can do a lot more deals. And every one of you can have this. Every one of you. That's the beauty of it. And we're going to teach you that mindset. And I'm so glad that 6 have joined from a week ago this one Daily Day Club that's going to change their life. You know, some of them have never made $100,000. And this year, they stick with it. They're going to make $100,000. And you can too. So I love it, love it, love it. Will, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that's a remarkable story, and John, and I like the fact that you let the buyer identify their own pain on what they were looking for and what their needs were, And it's a very powerful thing. I mean, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? So you got to listen more than you talk. And I teach that a lot to the people I work with, because a lot of people have reasons for what they're doing, and you need to find out what those reasons are so you can solve the problem. But that was a great story. I got to bounce. I got a meeting here I got to go to. I just wanted to say thanks to everybody. Thanks, Kamal, for having me up. I appreciate it. And let's connect later. I really appreciate this and you guys. Thanks.
I love it. Yeah, let's do that. And this seems to be resonating with a lot of real estate agents. Half of my clients are real estate agents, and a couple of them with 25 years experience. One is young, but it's all good. And just let's have you change your game. Let's have you change the outlook of this year and stop waiting. So I appreciate you, Will and John, and everybody that's listening. We're going to be here for a few more minutes. I do have to bounce at 2, maybe a little bit before 2. But I want you to think of it this way, because we started the room with the money talk, mega goals, self-image. And if you have not followed the house, please do so. If you have not shared the room, please do so. If you have any hesitations on sales, this is for you. What I have here in the checkout button in the website, click on that and join it. Don't hesitate. The reason you're not making the money is because you're hesitating right now. You know when there's goodness. So I want to go back on the mega goals, and then I want to ask Ibrahim to speak, maybe, or somebody in the audience. I got my friend Jason in insurance. Jason, you're welcome to come up. But think of this goal that you want, this mega goal. And I'm also live here, by the way, on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook. Think of this mega goal. Think of that image and start feeling it. And you're going to go towards it, and you're going to see it coming to you. The more you think about it, the more the image is going to improve. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions now. And if you haven't been writing anything down, this will be the time to write it. If you have not forwarded this to anybody, this will be the time to do it. Because what I'm going to share with you, 5 points that are so key in this whole message. Now, here it is. How do you see yourself? How do you see yourself right now? Do you see yourself winning? Do you see yourself losing? What do you see when you see yourself in the mirror? It's so important, and I want to help you change that image to be a beautiful one, a successful one. How do you see yourself? Ask yourself that question. Don't have to answer it. Just ask the question. Put it in a piece of paper. What is the opinion that you have of yourself? What is your opinion of you? If you are to evaluate you, put yourself in your manager's role, and you're evaluating you. What's your opinion of you? Is it high or is it low? Are you giving yourself grace? Are you raising your hand and saying, good job, John. Good job, Ibrahim. Good job, Fritz. Or are you giving yourself grief? See, I want to help you love yourself a lot more so you can achieve a lot more. You're giving yourself too much hard time. You give yourself a lot of shit. And you need to stop that. You need to congratulate yourself on being here. Congratulate yourself when you made that last deal. And you can make another one and another one. Don't give yourself a hard time. You got to be disciplined. You got to be structured. You got to follow a plan. You got to learn from somebody who's doing it to get better. But don't give yourself a hard time. It's a difference. Are you the main character in your life, or are you a support? Like, are you the main guy and girl, or are you just like, going through the motions? It's another day. Nah, what the heck? We'll just show up today. Maybe they'll pay me. Maybe they'll fire me. Who's the main guy or girl? Who's going to be the actor? Are you the main, or what? Are you supporting cast? It's your life. You're only going to be given one chance. They're not going to let us come back, as far as I know. I haven't. I mean, some people believe in reincarnation. I don't. I'm Christian. I don't believe in it. I think we just have another life. We're a soul. Eventually, we leave, and we'll be in the soul heaven. That's it. So this is your life. Start living it. Don't be a cast member. Be the main character. Start living it. And that's what I'm going to teach you. Not just in the salesman's mindset that I have up there. That's the peanut. That's the baby one. That's just to help you make some money now, this month. But I want to teach you something much more important than that. I want you to stop holding yourself back and build the confidence that you need. Are you holding yourself back? And why? I want you to find that out and start just moving away from it to a new you, build a new model. Buckminster Fuller said, you don't have to worry about the old model. We just build a new one. So many of you are spending so much time on the story. Oh, I had this life, and oh, my mom and dad were terrible, and they did this to me. Oh, my country. Oh, and you're living in that turmoil. And I don't underestimate it. I've lived in a bad situation, but you're living in that story. Well, tell the story and move on. Let's get you to another life. I totally get it that you're frustrated, that you've had a tough life. you've been abused, and blah, 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 and you've been divorced and separated, and blah, blah, blah. We all have a story. You want empathy? I give you empathy. You want sympathy? I give you sympathy. But you know what? It's time to make the money. It's time to move to a whole other level. Drop the story and let's build a new one. The story, the old one, is not doing anything anymore. Use it as a fuel for you to move. And that's what I'm going to do for you. That's how I'm going to help you build it. Why are you holding yourself back? You have the confidence. You've done it. You're talking. You're here. You have a phone. You know that so many don't even have a phone. You have a phone. Are you not making money yet? Come on, learn. One sale a day club, and you learn how to make money with that phone that you have. Or are you just good on paying the bill? Let's pay the bill, $60. Why not make $60? Don't you want to learn how? How do you think others see you? So these are the 5 questions I want you to answer. How do you think others see you? If you're struggling in this area, if you have any doubts, thinking into results is for you. I'm going to help you up your life, your family's life, your kids' life. You're going to love who you're going to be. You're going to start loving the days, every day, not just Sunday. Every day. I love Mondays. You know why? They're paydays. You know, I love Tuesdays. They're also paydays. You know why Wednesdays are good? That's our payday. And Thursdays are so good. And Fridays are great because we had to get to party a little bit. We got to meet Laurel today a little bit. I love every day. Now, do you love every day? Would you like to start loving every day? What's it going to take? What year is that going to happen? So I want you to start living the life that you deserve and making the money that you deserve and start having fun. And I'll be here for you. I hope this resonates. I hope I was able to serve you today. I hope you shared it. I hope you will come back. I hope you connected. If you want to connect with me on Thinking into Results, my 6 months life coaching, I'd be honored. I will have a conversation. I will see if I can help you. And if I can't, I will say no. If I can, I will say yes. I don't help everybody. I only want committed people. If you want to make this year your year, now it's time to talk. It's January. And like I said, every one of us has a goal. I'm looking for 5 this month. There's 5 more spots this month. So let's have a conversation. I want to thank you for visiting. I want to see some of you for sure tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. We're going to have the Think and Grow Rich book club, not the mastermind. We're going to do a mastermind that's going to be different. That's coming up. But the book club is tomorrow at 8 a.m. If you haven't received the email and you subscribe, make sure you send me a text or something. But we are meeting tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. Let me bring the link so that you can watch the Bob Proctor movie. And we're going to talk desire. Imagine that, desire. Wouldn't you want to learn on desire? What do you desire? How do you fuel your desire? That's going to be tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern. Here's the link. If you haven't signed up to that one and you want to improve your life, you're kidding. You need to sign up for it. I should see the link go in right now. I should see the system says, yeah, so-and-so signed up. Because it's $15 that has the power to change your life. All you need is one idea. One idea. You don't need too many. You need one idea. One idea. That's all you need. One thought, and you're going to get your money's worth. And I'm going to help you really double your income. Maybe triple it. And maybe you're going to help me do that too, because I'm going to learn from you as well. I'm a learner. I'm a student. I'm not learned. I'm a learner. Jose, welcome. Thanks for coming up. Good to see you, buddy. What's going on?
Hey, Kamal, I'm doing good. Just relaxing at home. I was doing a little reading just a little while ago. So I got something real quick that I do want to share. I want to get it off my heart. And it's real simple. It's just the word desire. And so basically the way I've been learning this morning is it's real simple. Just want to share that real quick. So with desire, what I've been learning is that desire will give you a way out of no way. Desire will give you a way out of no way. And the reason I say that is because our desires fuel our actions. So I think in being successful with anything in life that you want to be successful, and you have to have a desire. And a lot of the times I think we could get lost in, but how am I going to do it? It seems impossible. Well, first we got to find a desire, because a desire is going to fuel your actions, to get it done. And we can look at Edwin C. Barnes as an example. When he became Mr. Edison's associate, he did whatever he had to do, he did it to become his associate. But it was desire that got him there. So that's all I got. Come on, thank you.
I love it. Thank you. Good job on reading, and I look forward to seeing you on the video tomorrow in the class. And desire is everything. It's a beautiful chapter, and if you don't know that chapter, come and study it with us. It's going to be awesome. Fritz, I look forward to seeing you, and Tristan and Jason and Ibrahim. Any final thoughts on today's talk? Welcome, Ibrahim, on stage here. Would you like to share before we close the room?
So tonight I got the beautiful information and important information. So all I learned tonight is that only positive mind knows how to play this kind of things and the confidence. So I learned lots tonight. So it's very important information. Thank you, Kamal, for sharing this information to public.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. And I want the best for every one of you. And with that, I'm going to finish by this quick video clip from Bob. You probably heard it before. Maybe not. Maybe this will be the time that you say, thinking into results is for me. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, if you're tired of your old beat up car, if you're tired of not having enough money to truly do the things that you want to do, then this thing is for you. This thing that Bob is going to talk about is for you, because it has changed my life, and I want you to change yours. I want you to really get it this year. So here it is. And after that, we'll end the room. I do have to be at 2 o'clock with a Zoom with my mentor, Laurel, and her team. And we're going to be doing some amazing stuff this afternoon. We did some yesterday, and there's some more today. So here we go.
You know, a question that I'm asked everywhere I go, I've traveled all over the world, is it important to have a mentor? Well, I guess you can be very successful without one, and probably some people did. But I would not have accomplished anywhere near what I have accomplished without a mentor. I have had a number of mentors, and my whole life has changed dramatically. I went from going nowhere to having a business that operates all over the world. If you want to win in a big way, you want to get a mentor. It's almost like getting a direct pipeline from their mind to your mind, where you're gaining all their wisdom, all their experience, and all the studying that they've done over a number of years. And like that, you get it all in a short period of time. Are mentors important? Well, I'm going to tell you, mentors literally changed the course of my life.
Before I met Bob Proctor, I was running a thriving law practice, and I had what most people thought of as real success. But from time to time, I'd think about doing something different. And then one day, I found myself in a Bob Proctor seminar, and I decided right then and there, I wanted to do what this man was doing. I wanted to be in his inner circle, and I wanted to create a program with him to bring to the executives and the directors and the companies that I'd been working with for over the last 2 decades. This was a big change, and I am so grateful I had Bob Proctor to be my mentor as I went through this big transition. Bob says that having a mentor changed the course of his life. Well, having Bob as my mentor changed the course of my life. It's very easy to get into a routine in life, to do the same thing over and over. I have come to learn that every day can be an exciting adventure, but we have to make it that way. And to do that, we have to stretch. We have to set aside limitations and follow our dream. Now I am Bob Proctor's business partner and co-founder of the Proctor Gallagher Institute. Like Bob, mentors have changed the course of my life, and they can change the course of your life too.
Let's take a look at what thinking into results is and what it could do for you, how it came about. You see, my life had changed dramatically. I went from earning nothing to earning over $1 million a year. And I was sitting one day and I was thinking, how did all this happen? Do you know, I was reading Think and Grow Rich, I was studying Earl Nightingale's material, but a lot of people have read those books and studied Earl's material, and they weren't accomplishing what I was accomplishing. So I had to ask myself, what am I doing so different? You see, I had been raised to believe if you're going to earn a lot of money, you've got to be really smart. I was earning over $1 million a year, and I didn't think I was that bright. I was also raised to believe if you don't go to school, you can't win. Well, I hadn't gone to school. I went to high school for about 2 months. I didn't have a good job. I owned the entire company. Now, don't get the idea that I think school isn't important. I think school is vitally important. I see study and school as being almost sacred. It's very important. But I couldn't figure out why I won, and so I started to study. I was very curious. It took me 9.5 years, and I got the dots to connect. That was after working with 3 or 4 phenomenal mentors. And when I got the dots to connect, all I wanted to do was teach. And that's all I've been doing. And then I run into a young lady who is my business partner today, Sandy Gallagher. And she put together a master plan. And to cut a long story short, she said, Bob, I've studied everything that you teach. I know exactly what you know. I want to make a program.
And she would get me in front of a camera and she'd say, explain this. And so I would. And then explain that. And she put together one of the most comprehensive programs I believe that you'll ever find anywhere in the market. Do you know with this program, you can change everything in your life in a matter of months. See, we're born and raised with the idea that it takes a long time to accomplish something. You can accomplish, bang, just like that. You don't go from A to B, you can go from A to G just like that, with thinking into results. Do you see, what she's done is pick the very best out of my mind that I have studied and practiced for the last 50 years, and you get it in a program with 12 short, powerful lessons and an action planner that'll spin your head around on a dime. You can walk away from this and you say, well, this isn't for me. Or you can say, I'm going to do this. And you know, in 6 months, you're going to need a telescope to look back and see where you started. I believe it's the most powerful program you can ever lay your hands on. Because you not only learn why you win, you learn why you're not doing what you really want to do, and then, bang, how to change it.
I did create that program that I set out to create after I first saw Bob Proctor in that seminar. And that program is Thinking into Results. I wanted to help people get out of their own way. As an attorney, I saw many brilliant people getting stuck. Despite all their diplomas and credentials, they weren't getting the results that they wanted and they didn't know why. I created Thinking into Results with Bob to show executives and entrepreneurs and employees worldwide how to get the results they wanted by thinking in a certain way. Our objective is to get thinking into results in every home because it helps the young and the old alike expand their horizons and live their dreams.
If you want to be happy, healthy, and prosperous, it's all here. Thinking into Results is going to show you how to get it. If what I've said, or what Sandy Gallagher may have said, really triggered something in your mind and you're thinking maybe, contact the certified PGI consultant on this page. Hit the button, leave the information. Do yourself a favor. Sit down and talk to them about what this program can do for you. This very well could be the decision that will change the rest of your life. And you'll enjoy it forever.
So good, so good, so good, so nice. I love it. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you all for listening. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being awesome. This will be the end of the show for today. Got a few minutes here before the 2 p.m. I want to thank Jose, Ibrahim, Jason, and Fritz for hanging in there. And for those who are watching me live and for those who are repeating the watch later on, thank you in advance. If this has triggered something in your mind, reach out. Don't hold yourself back, especially on the money. Don't let the money hold you back. Oh, what's that going to cost me? It's what's going to cost you not to be studying with me for the next few months. I would love to have you here. With that, blessings. Take care. Bye-bye.